bringing Israel to the world. This is IBN News.
With News of Israel, I'm Susan Michaels. Preliminary approval by the Knesset for the 2021-22 state budget, the country's first ratified spending package in over 3 years. Lawmakers passed the 14-month budget bill in first reading with votes for final approval due in November. The budget earmarks more than 432 billion shekels, or nearly $134 billion, in 2021 spending and slightly over that for 2022, including funds to fight the coronavirus pandemic. The Knesset session was a new test for the cross-partisan coalition government of Naftali Bennett, who took over in mid-June after unseating veteran Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu, and Bennett holds a razor-thin majority in parliament. 2 years of political stalemate and 4 elections had left Israel still using a prorated version of the 2019 state budget, which was passed in March of 2018. According to a tweet, after normalizing relations with Bahrain a year ago, Israel has named its first ambassador to the Gulf Arab state. Itan Naeh will head the diplomatic mission in Manama pending government approval. Naeh had for 8 months served as temporary head of mission at the Israeli embassy in the United Arab Emirates, the first Gulf state in which Israel established diplomatic relations in August last year. Before taking the post in Dubai, he served as ambassador to Turkey. Earlier this week, Bahrain's first ambassador to Israel arrived in Tel Aviv to take up the post. An unvaccinated teacher who refused to be tested for the pathogen holed herself up in a preschool in the northern city of Haifa this week. The teacher arrived as a substitute at a special education preschool without wearing a mask. The regular teacher asked her to put a mask on and stay away from the children, but she refused and even holed herself up in the place. After some discussion, the substitute ultimately agreed to leave the place and the children were allowed back inside. And a woman was arrested in the northern city of Haifa this week after she threatened to blow up a bank in which she worked with a dummy explosive device. I'm Susan Michaels.
IBN, Israel Broadcast Network.